Okay, and welcome to this episode of Foot Manager with Red Tonto 13. If you were with me yesterday, you would have known that I would have left TNS after 10 years at the club. Now I've moved on. I'm currently with Newcastle, which has been a fantastic start. I took over with 10 days ago to to the Europa League Cup final. And from there then, we went on to win it. Beating Spurs in the final, which was a fantastic win. Not the cup, which was, for me to have won. It was, another manager had took them there, Jose Mourinho. And then we have gone on, and I've decided to build pre-season in the background last night and start looking at our squads. The age of the squad was quite old in general. There's quite a lot of players which were aging, and you can still see that now when we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 players over 30. I'm not against having players over 30, but when it's a case of, it's quite an aging squad. When you look at 32s to 34s, you've got players creeping into that age, and the other age range was wasn't as young as it could have been in the squad to build a future. I've decided to make some long-term investments in the squad, which has been quite beneficial for us so far. Now, last night I did play the Community Shield against Man City, and I was so fortunate to have beat them 2-0. Now we're hosting them or playing them in Stade Louis, the second against Man City against Man City in the European Cup final in 4 days, the European Super Cup that is. So I hope to do the double over City, and it'd be great to win a third cup, 3 games, 3 cups, which would be amazing. Sound like Dan Peterskew, the former Chelsea player who took over a club, won a cup, and then just resigned for winning that cup. Can't fault him there, really. Let's go into transfers. That's what I was looking for. So I've got some players in, I've got some players out. So I've spent 175 million, and I've made a profit in sense of 20 million, which has been ideal. But when you take into the consideration signing on fees and agent fees, we're sort of out of pocket at the moment. But I saw Pedro Gonzalez. He was 33 years of age, and when a club like Liverpool come in and they offer 20.5 million for a 33-year-old, when I'm looking at the next year or 2 years and that investment, as much as he might have another two to three more good years out of him, for the last few years he's been, he's not been too bad, but he hasn't been a front runner in a sense. But I decided to take that £20 million fee while he was at the age of 33. Ilic was 30 years of age. He's gone out to Italy, and he is, after a loan last year, he's gone to Lazio. And I decided to sell him. He wasn't my investment, obviously, as I've just taken over. So the club have lost money on him. For the investment that they did initially make, he hadn't had a good few years. So they've lost money after that bad recruitment. But it's a sheer case of, let's get some players out the door that aren't mine. We've also sold this player, again, 30 years of age, not old at all. The club have lost money on him after bad recruitment once again. Didn't really get much out of him for those years, especially with the price paid. And I decided to offload some players which weren't mine, and to try and get some more money in on the transfer budget. We sold Alvaro Fernandez, a 33-year-old keeper who's now worth 26 million on paper, who would be a useful signing as such if we were to look at bringing him back. The club again have lost money. I had a good couple of seasons out of him, but he is the second choice keeper, and I wanted to sell him, and so he could enjoy his career, and wasn't really that a player that was part of my plans. I've also sold this player, Mario Vazukovic. He's come in for 53 million. After 2 years, he's done okay. He hasn't, broken records or set the world alight. And we made a £3 million profit on him. He's actually cost 173 million total in his career, and has had quite a good career, in fact. We sold then Jay Leafen to Hertha Berlin for 41 million. 23 years of age, he is young, he is English. He did come through the youth system, but for what he's done overall over the last few years, he might have potential, but he hasn't done amazingly. So I decided to sell him for 41 mil, which really helped us. Kamara, he wasn't happy that he was going to Manchester United. To leave Newcastle to go to Manchester United to be paid £105,000 a week. He wasn't happy with that move at all. He really didn't want to go there, but he had one season at Newcastle. And for me, when I look back, he hasn't again been a world beater or anything. So he's gone. And it really helped me make some key investments. When I look at Ike as Mendy, when I was bringing him in, he's coming from PSG, 21, he's Spanish, he's got 36 under 21 caps, good recommendation off the scouts, plenty of opportunity for him to grow. 22.5 million I think is quite a good investment at the moment, but obviously we need to see a lot more for him as he continues to grow. Everson, I brought him in from Brazil. He's actually gone back out on loan to Brazil and has hit quite good form at the minute and comes from good form. Capped at under 23 level, 22 years of age. We're 33 to 37. So for me, if he comes back and does well, automatically his value is going to go up. But for me, I can't wait to get him back. Already going to be a great investment. Alcer, 19 years of age. He was wanted by TNS, my former club, and I rejected it. He's wanted by a German club and Nottingham Forest to come in on loan, but I think he's going to be part of my plans. But 8.75 million investment, already worth up to 30 million. I also brought in Nicholas, 20 years of age. I've loaned him back out, but again, capped at under 23 level, 139 league games to his name at the age of 20. Quite good stats. I think that there's great opportunity for him to grow and develop. He's already worth up to 72 million, which if these players do hit form or I do get opportunities to sell them, we're in big profit here. Miguel Garza, I've loaned him back, but he's a future investment, 2.2 million, worth up to 13 million already, opportunity to grow. So, I'll try to get the age range of the squad down and make future investments. I've got Simon Morel, 24 years of age, Belgian striker. Decided to sign him from Inter Milan. 57 under 21 caps, 23 under 21 goals. He's just been capped by Belgium. Hasn't hit the world of light at Inter or Cagliari, but I think there's potential in him. So, for 6.5 million, I will take that punt on him. Njoku, worth up to 51 million, signed him from Real Madrid. Again, another future investment. He has quite good stats, even if he has played for the B team. But when he looked at Real last year, he was rotated in and out by the seams of it, and was doing quite well. Then we have Fabio Di Santis. Originally I could have signed him for 60 million. I rejected it and said no, then was offered him for 48, and then I said no, and then I went back for him at 48. I think this boy has potential. When you look at what he's done in Italy and how well he's done so far, he's under level 21 caps, he's 22 years of age. He's already worth up to 115 million. So if I want to double my money and sell these players after next year, I could have a big transfer budget. I only had £64 million available to me. But I think I've made key investments for the future, which has been really beneficial to try and build. Jeans Ruiz, and again another young striker, 20 years of age, Spanish, 5 under 21 caps. We've signed him from Atletico for 32 million. He had a good season out in Mexico last year, and obviously he does have potential. So I've got two young strikers for the future, which hopefully can really develop and grow, which is great for us. He's already worth up to 76 million. So again, if I want to sell all these players, I'm in big profit. And yeah, this is where we're at. It could be a tough season, but there's a lot of young players that we have. There's a great future in them. They have potential to grow individually. They have potential to grow as a squad. And these are the kind of investments we're building for the future from an aging squad that have had success. And it's how we utilise those, you know, players who are slightly older to utilise their experience and try and get these young players through. Okay, Luke Thomas was obviously captain last year. He's worth up to 75 million. 30 years of age, English, 12 caps. He's been at the club for 8 years. He's been on good form so far this year. He's been consistent for Newcastle for years. You know, he can remain my captain. And Todibo, again, has been consistent for Newcastle. He's come vice captain, 1 cap for France. He is aging, and you can see some of his stats are dropping off, but I think I'll keep those as captains. Hello, B Martin 64. How are you? I hope you're well. Nice of you to join this morning. It's always great to see new people in the chat. So 3 days ago, we're currently working still in our pre-season as such. And we're preparing for this European Super Cup v Man City. I hope you're well, B Martin 64. Two days to go. I really hope we can do the double over Man City and really create a good vibe around Newcastle and for what the season is to come. I've jumped out of the Welsh League into the Premier League after 10 years, so obviously there will be a bit of skepticism from you know, the fans and the English media as per usual, and it's time to, you know, really prove myself as a manager and really show the club what I have, and really show the fans and the English media that I can jump into the Premier League and hopefully do well. You know, I've won the Europa League already and the European Super Cup, Community Shield, and hopefully the European Super Cup. So that would be amazing to introduce myself and to really build on the history of Newcastle in the process as well. Okay, let's attend this press conference. Playing FM, save whilst watching. That is typically me every day. There's a great streamer which I watch, and I've ended up watching him every day, and I usually end up playing whilst watching him. You know, it creates a nice vibe, and you're sort of on that journey whilst doing your own sort of thing. And I was going to start streaming at 10 AM this morning until I realised that he was online, and he started an early stream, so I ended up watching him, and now here I am at 12 midday streaming because I ended up watching his. Okay, I would like the look of this player. Would be a superb signing, better than Kluivert's. Justin Kluivert, worth 59 mil from Barcelona, 35 caps and 9 goals for Brazil. Some good stats there. I would expect more for what I'd be paying. He's listed for 47. I'm going to add him to my shortlist for a year. We currently have £10,000 left in our transfer budget after some massive spending in pre-season, and really building on the squad and preparation. So today's the day of the European Super Cup final versus Man City at the Stade Louis II Stadium. Hopefully we can win and continue building. I got Portsmouth promoted from League One in Season 1, winning title. That's class. Well done. I've got a lot of time for Portsmouth, and that's come from when Harry Redknapp was there, and they had quite a good squad, and I really loved that kit that they had, yeah, there was a good vibe around the Premier League in that time. And you know, when you had the likes of Blackburn Rovers and Portsmouth, and then Derby County were up and around that time as well. you know, just for me, Blackburn and Portsmouth stand out. But that's brilliant. When I first came to Newcastle, I looked for an affiliate club and I chose Portsmouth. From League One, okay, so you're in the Championship now, where for me Portsmouth should, you know, be realistically, and because they should get back into the Premier League. So I wish you the best of luck. Bit of Discord going off there. Let me close Discord. Okay, let's just drop a quick save on this before the final. We have quite a good squad going out there. Again, I really hope we can win this trophy. Yeah, but I hope, you know, I hope things go well in the Championship. Have you started pre-season for the Championship, or are you in the middle of your save in the Championship? Okay, here we go. Newcastle versus Man City in the European Super Cup final here in France. Okay, 5 minutes in. Shot for City so far. They've had a corner in the process. Their passing completion is looking good. They're looking good on possession as well. So essentially, this is a rebuild job for Newcastle. You know, I've had to make those investments, and it's how we mould the squad together and really develop this new style of play. They come off some good success for the last 2-3 years, Newcastle. So there might be some criticism if we don't do as well as the club have been. But again, this is a rebuild job in my mind. We had an aging squad, and we had to make those investments. We had to sell these players, and now it's a new style of way, a new way of playing. So it is a rebuild job. There we go, we're into the box. Oh, he's got his shot off over the bar. 3 shots, 2 on target for us. City are responding with some shots, and they've got a corner there. We almost broke away. 36 minutes in, free kick there for City. They've had 5 shots, 1 on target, 6 shots now with 1 on target. They've had 3 corners. We've had 5 corners, 4 shots and 2 on target. We just need to be a bit more clinical in front of the box. Yes, come on, Jarrod Bowen, assisted by Justin Kluivert there. Come on, come on, come on, Newcastle. Come on, Newcastle. Okay, into the second half we go. We're 1-0 up against Newcastle. 5 shots, 3 on target, 5 corners. We've got the same amount of fouls as City at the moment. It's looking a very even game. We've got 46% of possession. Come on, we need to take the ball away from them. Okay, Lafont's picked that up there. Cross into the box, Lafont, nice and solid again. Why have we lost the ball in that transition there? Get the ball back. Get the ball back. Get the ball back. Get the ball back. Okay, well done, Lafont. Good possession there from City. We're losing the ball. Oh, great save. Jarrod Bowen causing problems. City have had 9 shots and 3 on target. So they're getting plenty of shots off. Ooh. There's opportunity for us to score when we get the ball into those dangerous positions. We just need to be a bit more clinical, but we're causing a bit of problems. Come on, allow it, allow it, allow it, allow it. Come on, award the goal. Goal awarded. Come on, come on, goal awarded. Okay, Lafont there. They're breaking the lines there, getting in and behind the centre backs there. Okay, great little tackle. Let's get the ball forwards again. Kluivert, good. We got the ball forward 3-0. Satriano has scored. Still learning the names of these players. They're all new. Played 4 championship games, got no wins, 3 draws and a loss. You know, that's not awful, you know. You know, out of 12 points, you've got 3, which, you know, isn't too bad. It gives you an opportunity to continue building. And, you know, a couple of wins might, you know, really turn things round. You know, I wouldn't say that's an awful start. With 1 loss in 4 games, especially for a newly promoted club. Yeah, but I hope you can pinch a few more wins, or a few wins in there and build on the points. But that's not a bad start at all. Oh my days, 4-0, come on. Award this goal. Awarded goal, 4-0 up against Man City in the European Cup, Super Cup. Wow, this squad has potential, or it just says how bad this City squad is. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, I'm going to leave the last sub for the final few minutes to try and kill that off. Okay, minute 87, minute 88, 89. Okay, let's get the final sub on. Okay, he is absolutely knackered, so let's swap him out and get some energy in there for the last few minutes. Okay. Whew. No, let's not concede. Oh, we've conceded. They pulled one back. There's 2 minutes to go. Okay, free. Oh. Ref, blow the whistle, ref, you're a minute over. Okay, 4-1, European Super Cup winners. 3 games, 3 wins, 3 cups. Okay, I'm going to resign at this point. I have done my job with Newcastle. I have absolutely done my job, but wow, what a time to come into Newcastle. 3 cups, and it's, you know, amazing to see a club like Newcastle up there and winning things. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Newcastle as well, deep down, and it's great to see, you know, those black and white stripes, the kind of players that they've had over the years, and it's great to try and see them get back to the top and create that great vibe what the Premier League once had. And, you know, not see it all dominated by, you know, the top clubs. You know, I'm a Chelsea fan, but to see, you know, underdogs like Newcastle do well and to try and get up there and win would be fantastic to see. The loss was 1-0 at Fulham at some 1-0 loss to Fulham at home. Somehow they didn't go up. Oh wow. Fulham are quite a strong team at times, but then it can also be flaky at the other. But, you know, a 1-0 loss, you know, that says strength that you've got, and there's certainly you know, potential to build on that defence and build on that attack. You know, 3 draws and to lose only by 1 goal seems a very positive start, and I hope you can continue building. Very interested to know how your Portsmouth save is going as it continues to grow and as it continues to move forward. Okay, Fabio De Santis, 22 years of age, not made his debut, wasn't the greatest, but there's potential there. Keep getting this list of players who get it. De Santis came off the bench and gets one. Okay, what Luke Thomas absolutely deserves that. 2 assists, captain, absolutely. And then we had Kluivert, he had a goal and an assist. And then our goal scorer, Jared Bowen, 34 years of age, a year left on his contract, worth up to 15 million. A West Ham legend in all rights, 506 league games, so plenty of experience. He came into Newcastle last year, bought by Mourinho for 23 million. And that was a very good signing, and I hope we can have another season to 2 great seasons out of Jared Bowen. And he's off to a fantastic start so far. Let's give him some praise. You were superb in front of goal last time. He's buzzing. 3 cups out of 3, 2 goals in the European Super Cup final and against Man City. Okay, that is a very positive start. I'm very, very pleased with life at Newcastle at the moment. I just hope I can continue to bring them success, and hope that the Premier League can be a good season and that I can make a great representation of myself as a manager, especially coming from TNS and the Welsh League. But Newcastle is certainly going to be an interesting save. I can't remember if I've ever managed Newcastle before on a save. I think I've managed a lot of clubs, and I was thinking about this the other day. How many clubs have I managed, and who are the clubs that I actually haven't? I don't know if I've done one with Leicester or whether I actually tried to do one with Leicester. We're from £39,000 to almost 10 million. The complete contrast in value that these players can go up to is unreal. You know, the one thing I love about Football Manager being these days is the fact that it is on Xbox and it is on Game Pass. And I love being able to actually get achievements that mean something to me. Obviously, you could have got the achievements on Steam if you were playing it on that years ago, or still are. But for me, it didn't really mean much, Steam achievements. And I've unlocked so many over the years. But I'm so glad that is with Xbox and the achievements can actually mean something to me now. And the one that I've unlocked 10 years at TNS. I think I've unlocked one for 20 trophies as well, which I'm really pleased with. And I've got the TNS save as a backup as well, because I would like to get the 20 years, because otherwise I'd have to do another 20 with Newcastle, and hopefully get that achievement as well, and which would be great. I've unlocked the achievement for 10 Manager of the Year awards. 10 years in a row I won that award. 10 out of 10 years at TNS. 10 out of 10 years League Cup title. So that was a magnificent time at TNS. Really enjoyed my time there. Loved every minute. Was gutted to leave. But 10 years, I got that achievement for 10 years, which is one that I was chasing. But the plan was to start with TNS, a Welsh club, and then to try and progress up into the leagues. But I ended up staying there because A, I wanted the achievement, but B, I fell in love with the club, and things were going really, really well with TNS. And I just ended up really enjoying it. And I'm going to keep a close eye on TNS, and Mark Bonner, my former coach, has taken over as manager. Seven games in so far, 4 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses, 13 goals scored, 6 against. Needs to sharpen up on that defence and a goal difference of 7. See, they need a Welsh Community Shield or a Welsh Cup to start the season off in pre-season for me, like they do have the Community Shield, which I think is something that they really need. Unfortunately, you're losing Steve Haynes because he was someone that I brought in as a fitness coach in 2023. He's now going to link up with me at Newcastle and join the under-23s as a fitness coach, stepping out of the first team at TNS, but into his third ever job since becoming a coach in 2008 with Derby. Randomly, he was a coach, which it says here, from Derby from 2008 to 2017, and then for 2017, for one random point, he had become a player. So for me, that's just a case that they needed someone registered to tick some boxes, and he was the man that they found who would be willing. I think that there's definitely some more reading and a background into that, which I need to go into a little bit more. Okay, sellout expected for this match. I really hope we do these over, because this is one club that I truly hate. I can't stand them. Vile. What, Premier League winners? That's because I skipped through too quickly. Let's go with Chelsea. If I support Chelsea and if I can back them whilst I'm doing a job at Newcastle, who knows if the job will ever come up, and then I can jump into, the Chelsea job one day. I had a great save with Chelsea years and years ago, way before I was even, streaming or any of that. And I spent, I think, 6 years at Chelsea. It was a bit like the Mourinho time that he had there. I had 6 amazing years, and I decided to leave, and I can't remember where I left for. I think it was maybe Real Madrid. And then I think I went out to Italy, and then I returned, and it was like a hero's homecoming as such. And that was amazing to come to Chelsea. I think I was only there 2 years, and I left possibly I think for another. I think I left to go abroad for a year to Barca or something, and then I came back and managed Arsenal. Simply because Arsenal had a very good squad, but I really enjoyed coming back to Chelsea. I wish I had stayed there longer, especially after a hero's return. I was only there 2 years on my return, and I think I won the league at least once in that time frame. But yeah, that was a great save, and I really wish that I could have streamed that, or that it was captured at some point. One of my most favourite ever streams was with Wolverhampton Wanderers back when Mick McCarthy was in charge and they were in the Premier League. And I actually got relegated with Wolves that year. I think we were like 20th, and then we shot up to 17th at one point, and then I think we lost the last game of the season and it relegated us, and I was absolutely gutted. Let's just do a quick save point here, and I was gutted because I really wanted to obviously stay up, but I really enjoyed the season with Wolves and the players that they had and the squad that they had. And I really wanted to stay with them in the Championship as well. And I thought, you know what, I can get these back up if I'm kept as manager here. And I ended up being sacked by the board, and I was gutted. And I don't think I pursued much that save after, or if I did, then I can't remember. But I just remember that season standing out, and I got relegated on the last game of the season. But it was one of my most enjoyable ever saves. Okay, first game of the season. We're away at Ellen Road against the biggest scum in all of England. Penalty! This is just the start that we need. Oh, save penalty, not the start that we need. Come on, that was a bit of a piss poor penalty, to be fair. Come on, this game is absolutely winnable. Come on. Got a good squad now. We got a future squad in the building as well. So hopefully we can have some success this year and try to qualify for Europe and really, try and get the money in the coffers so we can continue investing in the squad, and that our young players can try and develop in the process to create a great future for Newcastle and this squad. Great save there. Great ball across. Fantastic reaction save though. We are getting balls into the box. We got less possession than the opposition. Okay, we need to get that ball back. They've done really well there to go back and out the other way. Okay, ball across the box. Come on, we just need to be clinical. I think one thing that we will lack this year is another backup striker for Satriano. We got two young strikers, and unless they hit some good form, having someone, big who can come off the bench like Chelsea had, Olivier Giroud, who was a big player to come off the bench and start games as a rotation striker around the players that they had, would be beneficial, but we just don't have the money at the moment. Okay, 0-0 at half time. I will take that. I feel that we can win this game. There is a player on a yellow card there, and he's not performing at his absolute best. So let's get Thielman on there. Kluivert's not having a great game either at 6.4. So I'm just going to keep an eye on him, see whether we can make an early change for him. Just need to be clinical in the box. We've had 12 shots, 5 on target. We've had 3 corners as well. We're giving away a lot of fouls, or we're committing, but we're quite head-to-head on fouls with the opposition. Get in, what a finish. Justin Clough, I thought I was going to sub him earlier on. I decided to keep him on, and he has responded with a fantastic strike, putting us 1-0 up, which is fantastic. Never 1-0 away to Cardiff. Another loss, which is a shame. You don't want those losses adding up too quickly or too many. But again, only 1-0, I think. What? Satriano, 2-0. Great transition, great response out from the back. Jared Bowen picked the ball up, quickly played the ball on his second touch. Satriano's broken the line. He has finished on a one-on-one, beating the defender. But yeah, losing 1-0 to Cardiff again isn't too bad. You know, you just don't want it to stack up. And Mike Dean giving away or reffing that game, obviously. We have conceded here. We have conceded, okay. 20. If that ball got into Satriano, then he would have finished that. Come on, Satriano, you're causing problems here. He does want a new contract. He wants £275,000 a week. Jared Bowen. 3-1 Jared Bowen. Satriano wants 275k a week. We can afford it, but he has to really hit form for me and really, you know, show that he deserves this contract. I think he's 30 years of age, so I don't mind, you know, rewarding him with a contract, because he could play till 33, 34 and hopefully still stay in that good form. I just don't want a long-term contract on that, just in case he loses form at 32, 33. Thielsman's come on, he's yellow carded, he's on a 6.7 rating. Let's have a look who's a bit tired here. Let's get this lad off, because he is tired and he will be our second change. Who else can we get off? Kluivert had a goal, fantastic strike. Let's get Njuku on from Real Madrid, who we have bought. Let's get him on as a sub. Try and get some more energy on the pitch as well, some fresh legs. It'd be great to make it 4-1. Get in, Jared Bowen, 4-1. Come on, Jared Bowen. He is gonna. I just hope he has an amazing season. And same with Satriano. I hope they both hit fantastic form and play really well this year. We have conceded a second. We don't want to be conceding goals. We want a good goal difference. 4-2, opening game of the season, away from home. That is a fantastic result. Very, very pleased. I hope we continue building. My Premier League debut with the club as well. Second game in is hosting Liverpool. Fantastic again, Bowen. Very, very pleased. Very pleased. You're impressing me. Let's quickly fly through the press conference there. Okay, we do host Liverpool. They're 13th in the league after one game, unless they yet to play. Or they're yet to play, sorry. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, they've played. I think they've lost 1-0. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, they lost 1-0. Okay, so let's hope that we can get a win over them, and then we can try and get 6 points in the bag, which would be a very good start to the season. Tomlin, performance analyst, coming in from Burnley there. I'm really intrigued by your Portsmouth season. I really hope that you can get some points in the bag and hopefully stay up. That would be really interesting to see whether you can stay up into the Championship, and I really hope that you do, and then you can build on what you're doing last year. How much budget were you given for this year, or how much budget do you have available? Let's have into our shortlist for a year because he looks quite good. He's up there and he's worth 88 million, 21 years of age. Okay, 3 days to go before we play Liverpool. Nottingham Forest want him on loan. I would like to keep him to see how he does this year, but he's only come off the bench 5 times in pre-season. Let's accept the loan. Go on, let's accept the loan. Let's see how he does at Nottingham Forest and hopefully gain that key experience and hit good form, and see how he settles into England. So let's see how he does. Sheffield United at home next. This could be tough. Do you know what? They can be a tough team, Sheffield United, and they can, you know, again, they can be really strong when they're playing good football. I just hope that you picture a result against them. I hope you get a good result against Sheffield United, and I really hope you can add some points in the bag in this game and really start to build on what you do have, because, you know, losing that game you know, isn't concerning to a really worrying extent at that point at the minute, but, you know, having another loss and you know, losing out on those points wouldn't be good as such. Okay, Ali, he's 25, Norwegian keeper. He's only worth 140k. He wants to go out on loan. While, to be fair, he has been at the club for 5 years and he has never played a single league game. He's only played 79, and he's, you know, at this age, so I can't fault him, to be fair. Okay, so we've had Odd. We've had one for an offer from Odd. I've never heard of Odd. They're Norwegian. Okay. We've had one from another Norwegian side, so he could be going back to Norway and being close to family as well, which is good for him. Let's just take a quick look at our squad and where we're... Okay, so we will need a second keeper. Let's see what we've got in our under 23s, because we don't really have the money. Okay, we do have Brendan Duffy. He's 18 years of age, capped at under 19 level. He's come through our youth system. Let's just hope our keeper doesn't get injured, but he is available for us if we need him, which is great. Let's just have a quick look at scouting, player search, edit search, contract status, expired. Let's see if there's any goalkeepers out here. There was one at Dover straight away then. See, there's keepers available and they're like, they've got like C ratings, which isn't too bad. Okay, I'm just going to add him to my short list just because he's got potential. And he's only 17. But I don't want to take these players who've got C ratings, even though they would be a good backup or second keeper, just to have, simply because they're playing games, and I don't want to take that away from them just to sit on the bench. You know, he's played 27 games this year, and if he comes to us, he's going to sit on the bench. I'd rather take someone who's just not at a club. Liciano, see, I think a Liciano could be a backup signing that we could benefit from. Just for a year. Let's get him in for 10 months. See, there's not many players who have been released who are worth looking at, just even as a backup. Okay, let's change that to any loan status listed. Let's see who's available for loan then. Rashford's available for loan. Transfer, make an offer, loan. Oh, they're waiting to be offered like big money for him for loan. It'd be great if we could get him on loan. I would like to get Rashford, especially on a loan. Chilwell's available for a loan. Let's have a look at Chilwell, see what they want. Again, they're in the same. They're reluctant to allow him to go, but he is on the loan list, and he is interested in a loan. Let's loan status listed, look, but yet they won't say what they want for him, which is highly frustrating. Need a goalkeeper here, really. Okay, Spurs have one available. Ukrainian, wanted by Juventus. There's a 23-year-old keeper here available from Bayern. Let's see what they want for a loan. Okay, not having enough goalkeepers, but we're going to list him for loan. Okay, this keeper is worth quite a lot. Again, Tottenham are reluctant to allow this player to leave, but he is listed on the loan list. Don't put players on there that you're not 100% willing to loan out. Barca got one here. Make an offer, loan. Again, reluctant. He's worth 60 million. Got fees, so I'm going to add him as to my short list for a year. Just to have a look at him, just in case we need a replacement for Lafont at any point. and there is a 60 million release clause, which I do like to have release clauses, because it just means you can meet them. Because suddenly you go in for a player worth like 10 million, and then you say, all right, okay, I give you 10 million. They said no. Okay, I suggested terms of 14, or you suggest terms, and then suddenly they come back with like 100 million. The game is just so inconsistent like that, and suddenly players shoot up in price for no valid reason. Every goalkeeper you look at on the loan list, well, we're not willing to let him, we're reluctant to let him go. 4 or 5 players I put loans in for now. Okay, this is finally actually a club who's willing to let their keeper go out on loan. If we had Chilwell and Rashford come in on loan, that would really, you know, help us. I hope the Sheffield United game went well. Interesting to know what the score was or what the outcome was.
Giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Satriano is wanted by Chelsea. He's 30 years of age. He's not actually the one who wants a new contract. The player before is the one who wants one. So I got that mixed up. But if Chelsea want Satriano, he is valued up to 82 million. If I could push them towards the 90 million pound mark for a 30-year-old and try to find a striker as good as, or if not better, for less and have money available, that is something that I'm willing to consider. But Chelsea have to make the move, and they have to do it quickly so we can appraise the situation and scout and look at players. We have, okay, so we're here against Liverpool. We're at home, our first game at St James's Park. I'd really love to beat Liverpool. I'd really love to win the first proper game in front of the fans. That would be a great start. Oh, it's come off the post, off the crossbar. Liverpool have scored. They have responded really well. They've had 2 shots, 2 on target. They have scored. We're 1-0 down at home. We are doing better than them. We've had 10 shots and 4 on target in terms of stats, but we need to be more clinical in front of goal. We've dropped down to 7th at the minute. Man City are 3-0 up against the scum of the English, or of England, or even Britain in my sense. Which is good. 4-0 up now for City. We've got 12 shots, 4 on target. Liverpool are doing quite well. Ahmedovich at the back is 6.4 yellow card for us, so I think there will be a sub there. Okay, let's get him off. Let's get Vizini on. Okay, we just need a bit more energy, a bit more urgency, and hopefully we can try and get a result. Okay, Liverpool have had 6 shots, 6 on target, so they're getting shots off and they're doing quite well to get him on target. Great response there from Satriano and Kluivert once again. Fantastic. Man City are 6-0 up. That's a fantastic result. I'm really glad. Now they're 7-0 up. Obviously, I don't want City to be winning because, you know, I would like to beat them again and try and finish ahead of them in the league. Great response there by Liverpool, getting the ball out on that right-hand side, playing it across the box, straight run into the box, and great goal. I will take a draw. I really don't want to lose my first home game as manager in the Premier League of Newcastle. That would be a great shame. And if we could just pinch a draw, that would be quite good. Let's get Esposito on. Come on, Satriano. Again, those shots need to be a bit more, you know, challenging, especially from that angle, because there was literally goalkeeping practice there for the keeper then. Not the result that we really wanted there. Dodo is not having a good game at all. Let's see if there's any. Oh, yeah. Let's get Ezamendi on. Oh, gutted with this result. Come on. Come on. Pull one back. Oh, great save again. We've been so much better than Liverpool in the sense that we've got more shots, we've created more chances, we've had more on target, we've had more corners, more possession. Our pass completion has been fantastic. We're just not clinical enough in the box, and we've allowed them to certainly get in and behind us, and they've had 9 shots on target, and they've been very well to have that great ratio of the success that they've had of shots on target, and they've been able to put 3 away. 24 shots on 10 on target for us, and we've only scored 1. We need to be a bit more clinical there. Oh, okay, we lost 3-1, our first loss. My first loss as Newcastle manager. First loss as manager at home at St James's Park. Gutted. We do host Leicester, who are next. They're 4th. Gutted with that result there. Really hope that we can beat Leicester. Okay, we have a week to go until we host Leicester.
just holding your hand. Walk my way.
Chelsea versus Man United there. Baked S. Kelly, thank you very much for the follow. I must really get alerts for follows. But thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for the follow. I hope that you're still with us. But thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Okay. 5 days to go. Okay, I think yeah, it's on my short list. It's only valued at 2 million, 23 years of age. It's those kind of deals which we completely miss in the game these days. Getting a player for like 2 to 5 million and then becoming an absolute world beater instead of just, you know, spending absolute millions on everything. That's just the budget there to get a Luciano in. I think he's going to be a good backup and rotation just to have on the bench for a year. I know the fans aren't going to be happy as soon as I announce it, but he's coming on a free. You know, he's only here for 10-month contract. He's a backup. He knows the league. Just fans, shut up fans. What do you even know? That's why you're fans. He also contributes to homegrown status as well. Peter Ramage. He's been at Newcastle for years. Time to go though. Who can take over for the time being? Let's get Mark Sampson to take over for the time being. Okay, so Matt Jarvis, who I had at TNS, was a fantastic under-19s coach. Fantastic under-19s coach. His stats don't say, you know, that he's the most amazing, but he was brilliant. He's won the Development League and Youth Cup so many times. I really wish you could filter between player and coach, because I hate scrolling through to see what they've done as coaches and then to see everything that they've done as a player. I hate that. I just want to see what they've done as a coach. I really wish you could filter that. So I'm going to try and get Matt Jarvis. I would have took him with me originally, but for some reason he wasn't appearing on that list. and I really want him. I'm going to reward him well for his loyalty. I don't want him to stay at TNS or for them to even, try and counter that. But yeah, he's coming in straight away. We've practically trebled his wages. And he is in charge. Just as Mark Sampson was taking over, we have got the loyal Matt Jarvis, after 10 years with TNS, now joins up with Newcastle for his second ever job, works with a great group of players. I hope he can bring success to the Newcastle's under 18s. Okay, United, he's on the list to be loaned. I'm offering you £1 million a month loan, which is 12 million to loan him. If we win the Premier League, which we won't, I'll pay you 7.5 million. If we reach the final of the Champions League, I will pay you 7.5 million. Let's offer 1.5 million. Years ago it was so much easier to scout, players from likes of Brazil, who were down there in the divisions, get them in for low cost, and then them turning out to be such great players. So I remember having a save of Real Madrid once, and I got in so many great players for the price that I paid for them. Now you even look at like young players who are 18 and they're like, all right, I want 30 million for him. Alcer is going out on loan, so we will monitor him. See, they're just like... They only want 53 million for a 33-year-old, not for me. Even if we don't even have 36 million that we were offering for Rashford, let alone that amount of money. 3 days until we host Leicester City. Okay, we're sat 10th at the minute. I think we could get a result against Leicester unless they do really well. I really hope that we can add on to our points, especially earlier on in the season. We can't even get this boy in on loan. Can't even get him in on loan. We need a backup keeper. We got an under-23s keeper available, but just having him in would have been fantastic. We've got Man City again, and we've got him in the 3rd round. Man City again. I was hoping to have, someone from the lower leagues that we could brush against. Okay, right, we're in the Champions League, and we're against Leipzig, Salzburg, and Porto. That'll be a very interesting table to see how that works out. If you joined the watch, I'm really grateful, and I'm glad that you can be here watching the stream, which is very much appreciated. You can always follow me on YouTube for any recordings of every episode, which is a great story to follow, and keep up that way. I'm also on Twitter, so you can always drop a follow on there as well. We are sponsored by the Reflective Coach podcast, which can be listened to on Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube itself. That can also be followed on Twitter and LinkedIn. That is the Reflective Coach podcast. But I'm really grateful if you stop by and drop in to watch these streams. It's really grateful. I'm really grateful, sorry. Okay, let's accept his loan there. He's in the under-23s. Not really part of my plans, but he is about to go out on a loan. Okay, centre back. He's worth up to 40 million. He's 20 years of age. We bought him in for 650k last year. Well, Mourinho did, and now we've loaned him out for $1 million. And if I could sell him for 40 after having a good loan, then I will if the opportunity is there. Don't want to loan him out because he is young, he is English. He does have potential. He's been on the bench a few times. Okay, so we're going to go into this final game of this episode before I leave it there. Give it a quick save. Okay, the final game of this episode in this stream, we will be Newcastle hosting Leicester City, our second home game. So I really hope that we can win this game and overcome that loss against Liverpool that we had at home in our last game, and hopefully get on to 6 points. Didier Deschamps is manager of Leicester, so they're going to have a very good lineup to start off with. And here we go. The game has kicked off at St James's Park. Really want to win in front of our fans. Oh, penalty! Let's hope we can actually score this penalty. Awarded. Come on, score. Okay, he's scored. He's put us 1-0 up, which is a very positive start for us. Okay, good. Okay, we just need to remain calm and relaxed and stick to our game plan. Not allowing opportunities like that to come through. Why has he not been strong enough there? Great ball. He should have pressed him a lot more there. He's headed it on. He's beat him on pace. That tackle's nowhere near good enough. And he has scored. Wow, he has left him on pace. Then he's tried to tackle him in an awful tackle. And then he has been, fantastic finish there from the opposition player. Okay, great save there. Okay, 4 shots, 2 on target for us. We've had 2 corners, 89% of passes completed, 49% possession. There is certainly that potential there for us to go on and win the game, as long as we don't allow the opposition to break our lines or get in behind or really take their chances. Great ball, Satriano just not getting it on target there, or not doing enough whilst he had the chance to. First ever year managing in the Premier League. First season with Newcastle. Let's make some changes. Satriano not doing well enough. Okay, let's get Satriano off for Ruiz. Kluivert has not been good enough, so let's get Comey on as well. 2 changes here. Let's hope to have some more energy and we can try and get a goal. Great tackle there from the Leicester defender, just as we could have scored a great goal to put us in the lead. 10 shots, 4 on target for us. We need to be a lot more clinical in and around the box. We have been much better than Leicester. They've only had 1 shot on target and they absolutely took it and replied there. Corner there, we should have really scored. I'm hoping we can pinch a goal here because we have been the better team, and we thoroughly deserve more than the 1 point here. Okay, at the minute we're on 4 out of 9 points, which isn't a bad start at all. Okay, 4 out of 9 points, not bad. We will take that. Shame that we couldn't win in front of our fans at home. We're sat 11th at the minute, which is not awful. There's scope for us to build. We have 2 weeks before we play Sheffield United. Okay, business. Well, there will be absolutely no business because we only have £103,000 available. Okay, and that is it for this episode, for this stream. There may possibly be one later on today, if not, maybe one possibly tomorrow. Got quite a hectic schedule for the next 2 days, but I really appreciate it if you've dropped in, got involved in the chat. I'm really thankful for that. Give me a follow, and hopefully I see you again on following streams and episodes. Give me a follow on Twitter, and you can always watch everything on YouTube as well, which is really great, and follow this magnificent journey which I've had and have had on previous episodes as well. But it's Red Tonto 13, Twitch, YouTube and Twitter, which I really appreciate of. Sponsored by the Reflective Coach podcast on Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, LinkedIn and Twitter, which is an amazing podcast. It's always growing. There's some guest speakers, former professional footballers, and some great upcoming guests on the podcast itself. But I really appreciate it. You know, I'm so thankful for the time that you give, and that is great for me. Okay, why is that not working? Why is that not working? Do I have to take that out? Okay. Invalid username. Okay. Raid. Again, invalid username, even though he is literally there. Okay, let's try someone else who is literally there. How are these invalid? Okay, we're just going to go over and raid Gubula, who is a fantastic streamer. Really interested in what he's doing. He is fantastic. So we're going to go over there and raid him.
Drop my pistols and... Yo, that's pretty sick. There's a flow to it, isn't there? There's a flow to some. Red Tono, thank you for the raid, friends! Oh, my raid noise... You guys can't hear that. My raid noise is so fucking loud. Welcome in, friend. Thanks for the raid.
No problem. Pleasure.
We're gonna
Pleasure.
pop it here. Yes, there's some virtual reality. I'm doing wonderful. How you doing, Red? How you doing, my darling, my dear, my sweet?
What a legend
My
Googler
pretty.
is. Such a nice streamer, such a nice guy.
You big dingus. You stinky. Very good. Fantastic.